Buffy airs the next night on the 13th of November. The album releases this day include Shakira's first American album. Or was it Laundry Service? Yeah, I think it was. Whenever, Wherever was on that one.
Whenever, wherever we're meant to be together,
I'll be
and
there and you'll
you'll
be
be near,
near, near.
near.
Yeah, she says that word fun. And Andrew WK released his first album, I Get Wet. What a classic.
That's a
With this,
fake person.
you don't know Andrew WK?
Nobody does. There's not a person
Everyone,
listening who knows what you're talking
everybody
about.
listening right now just got the song Party Hard stuck in their heads. All right. So fuck off.
All right, okay.
Andrew WK was awesome. Like I was into him for years.
What a line. Andrew WK was awesome.
He was. He wore a dirty white t-shirt and he had long hair. He always had blood on his face. And he was singing songs about partying.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get partying. That was a different one. All the songs were about partying.
She is beautiful. That doesn't sound like it's
She
about
oh, that's
partying.
true. She is beautiful. She is beautiful.
Ready
That's
to die? Come on.
that song's about partying, believe it or not.
What?
Yeah, he's a partier, gang. Andrew WK. Everyone says he smells in person, but I never smelled him. And Xbox that was released.
Oh, really?
First ever Xbox. Yeah.
Holy shit. Would you ever have that one?
I didn't. I bought an X years after this. I was like, I'm gonna get back into video games. That was like a big plan I had. And I went to the store and I went to buy a GameCube, Nintendo GameCube, and they didn't have them in stock. But I was so hyped about getting back into games that I wanted to get a game. And so I bought an Xbox 360.
Well, you just settled for a console? I
I
never heard of anyone
did.
doing
I
that.
did. I know. And it was a dumb move. I paid so much money, dude, like hundreds of my own dollars. And I think I played it like, 10 times total.
Jeez. Yeah, I was never a big 360 fan, honestly. And the controllers were always too fat. They have the fattest controllers ever, the
I didn't
Xbox
like the
360.
controllers either. And there were only a couple of games I liked. The sports
Halo.
games had gotten too complicated. I didn't have a Halo. I bought
Oh,
Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's what I was really excited to get.
okay. That's fun. I think Halo might have been Xbox only. That's the way I
I think
remember
you're
it.
right about that.
So that's what I think of when I think of the Xbox. But I was really a PlayStation. I always liked the PlayStation more.
I was too. I had a PS2 and a PS1.
I think I had two, three, four, five.
Oh man, I didn't make it that far. All right. And let's talk about the episode. So this is written by Rebecca Rand Kirshner, who joined our writing staff last season. She wrote Out of My Mind, Listening to Fear, and Tough Love. And here she is with her first episode
She's good.
of season 6, which I think is better than all those episodes. Um, and
Tough
David,
love.
yeah,
Wait, I was thinking about an Angel episode. The one where, oh, I'm thinking of. Wait, I'm thinking when Spike jumps on the bucket.
that's
What's that
Fool for
called?
Love.
Fool
Fool
for
for
love.
Love.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Tough Love is the one where Glory brain sucks Tara,
Oh, okay. This is better than that. Okay, fine.
and Willow attacks her with knives.
Right.
All
It's in
right,
the
and
opening credits, I believe.
it is, yeah. David Grossman's our director. They like pairing him with Rebecca Kirshner for some reason. He directed Out of My Mind and Tough Love. So far this season, he did the 2-part premiere, both of them, and also Billy over there on Angel. He's been pretty prolific recently.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Tabula Rasa.
Okay. I was kind of right on this one. Not really. I thought it was going to be a spell on Tara, but it was on Buffy. So, but similar concept,
It
I
was
guess.
on everybody.
It was on everybody, intended for Buffy, right?
I think it
And
was intended for Buffy and Tara.
oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. So we start in a cemetery. Spike wants to talk to Buffy. He's like, "Hey, remember how the last episode ended? We got to talk about that a little bit." But she doesn't really want to. She says it'll never happen ever again. She lied. Spoiler
She
alert.
certainly did. It happens by the end of this episode.
by the end of this episode. Exactly. And this fucking Shark Man shows up, right? And I wanted to call him a Shark Boy, but that's already a character, right? Shark Boy.
That's a
So he,
wrestler.
what is a wrestler Shark Boy?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. You ripped off Shark Boy. That was a wrestler. He should have sued like Max Payne.
Holy shit. He didn't know you could do that. He probably wasn't even
Yeah.
aware of the movie Shark Boy. He had to have been.
He
But
must have been.
what's this guy's name? Shark Man.
I believe he's the land shark and also known as Teeth.
Okay, teeth. I like that. So he
Yeah.
shows up and he's wants to talk to Spike because Spike owes him kittens from their poker games, apparently. But Spike
Yeah.
doesn't have the kittens. So
There's a moment in Restless. Well, I what I like about this scene is when Spike says, "Give me time," and then the shark responds, "Time is what turns kittens into cats."
I like that too.
That's a great line.
I liked a lot of his lines. Actor was good too.
Yeah, I like this character, but he later turns up in the comic books. But he I this scene's heavily foreshadowed, or this episode is heavily foreshadowed in Restless, where we see Giles is like wearing a tweed suit and Spike is on like a swing set next to him also wearing a tweed suit.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, and he later wears that in this episode, and he says that like he calls Giles his dad, and he says he's training him to be a watcher. And there's another moment in that scene where they talk about a shark, but on land.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew? Who knew? When you saw this, did you remember, or did it take watching Restless again for that to click?
I probably had to watch it again because, like, I I don't know. I'd probably seen Restless like twice at this point,
Yeah.
but
Maybe another time would you'd remember it. I don't
yeah.
know.
Maybe
Crazy.
there was probably discussion on the internet about this. That's probably how I found out.
Yeah. So we go to we get the credits, and then we go to Xander and Anya's place, and Willow and Tara there. We're talking about Buffy. What are we gonna do? She's all depressed and stuff. And I like Xander's suggestion here. He says we'll do some weekly dinners or maybe a little book club.
Short books, videos. Yeah,
A video club. That's
yeah.
hilarious. I feel like that's kind of what we do. We have a video club.
We sure do.
And then Willow being crazy, she says, "What about a spell?"
And
we're
Tara's
all
like, "God
"What?"
damn it, bitch!"
Yeah. And Tara goes into whole. She says that last time Willow violated her, and Willow didn't like when Tara said that very much. But it's true. What do you want from her?
Yeah, well,
And
no one who violates people really likes the moment that they get called out on the violation, right?
true. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Just ask Kobe Bryant.
Oh, I would, but he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
But so we go to Willow says she's not going to do magic for a whole week. That's the thing. But then Tara,
Well,
Tara,
she says a month. Like, I won't do it for a month. And Tara is like, I like to see you do a week. Let's go.
I know you can't do a month, but try a week
Yeah.
at least. And then Willow says, "You're going to leave me?" And then cut to Buffy and Giles. Giles says, "I have to."
Mm.
Oh no. That's one of those. And yeah, Giles tells her, he says, "As long as I'm here, Buffy, you're always gonna count on me. You're gonna anytime something bad happens, you're gonna come, oh Giles, what do I do?" And so I gotta go. And she's like, "Now at this time?" And he says, "Now is the perfect time, Buffy. Sorry." I like this one line. He says, "I taught you slaying, and Joyce taught you how to live life."
Yeah. I taught you everything you need to know to be a slayer, and your mom taught you everything you need to know about life.
That was nice.
Yeah.
And then Willow does it. I like the little trick she pulls on everybody. She pretends like she has to get ready, but then she does magic to get ready instantly. And then she has a couple minutes to go do the spell.
That's right. Yeah.
That's pretty good. And so, yeah, she does. And she says, Tabula Rasa, Tabula Rasa. And so that's what does it. And then
I'm not sure I realized it at the time, but what they're doing here is an alcoholism metaphor.
Honestly, I got that
metaphor. Well, because like, I mean, I got that at the time in that like that's what they're doing with Willow. But like shit like this,
The
where
hiding
like
like that, yeah.
the hiding, yeah, like the immediate lying, or like her agreeing to like not do magic for a week, and then like shit that never even crossed her mind that she would actually go through with that. You
Yeah,
know, like I'll figure out a way to hide it from them, and
it's rough.
yeah, I like related to this a lot to Willow in this episode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go to the magic box. Everyone's talking. Giles gathered everybody there so he can tell everyone that he's leaving. And this is when Spike comes in. He's got the nice suit on. I didn't realize it was from
Yeah, this is the
whatever
second
that
time we've
episode.
seen him wear this suit.
I should have known because it's such a cute suit. But and then we cut to that spell thing like taking effect or whatever, and we know that it has worked. And then everyone, Angel or Giles tells everybody, and then everyone passes out.
That's
So
right.
and then so everyone wakes up. Buffy first to wake up, and then everyone else starts slowly waking up. Willow, funny, she wakes up on Xander. They have a funny little reaction there, and nobody knows who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Spike says he thinks his name is Randy because he has on a jacket that says Randy, and he says, "Oh, they should have just named me Horny," because like in England, Randy means you're horny, I guess.
Well, this is after he figures out he's English,
Oh yeah,
because he rips on
bloody,
Giles.
blimey. Yeah, he
Right,
starts
right,
saying all the words.
and then he's like, Giles is like, I must be your older brother, and Spike is like, yeah, you must be my dad, and then he says, why didn't you just name me Horny Giles or Desperate for a Shag Giles?
Yeah, they
It's good
laughed at
stuff.
Rupert's name. I didn't like that. But somebody who likes Rupert's name, Anya. Anya
Anya,
loves
yeah, she
Rupert.
defended it.
She sees the engagement ring on her finger, and she thinks that she and Giles must be engaged. So
Yeah.
and then they realize they own the shop together, so that it all fits into place where they just assume they're a couple. That was one of my favorite things in this episode.
I remember Anthony Stewart Head in an interview saying he found it like really gross to have to kiss Emma Caulfield, and I
Oh,
was like,
boo hoo.
I think the lady doth protest too much.
Yeah, that was your favorite day ever. Buddy Willow, she learns that she and Tara both go to UC Sunnydale. So Willow's like, maybe we're study buddies. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
Anya keeps saying her name is Anya. I enjoyed that.
Anya, yeah, she misreads her own name.
And Buffy doesn't know her name. She doesn't have an ID or anything. So she comes up with the name Joan. That's her name. I don't
Yeah,
know why, but Joan.
I,
Funny
I
where
like that Dawn is like Joan. It's a boring name.
yeah, she's so sassy. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
she doesn't know who she is, but she knows she's a teenager. So her go to is just to be sassy, I guess,
yeah.
and like negative. But she says prerogative wrong. She says like prerogative or something weird like that. I don't remember how she said it, but Buffy corrected her. I thought that was fun, and they realized that they're
Purgative. I think she says purgative.
purgative, and they realized that they might be sisters because they have
I
so much
think
in common.
it's interesting that Buffy and Dawn got cognizant of the fact they're sisters pretty fast, and Tara and Willow saw a connection between themselves, but not a single time do Xander and
I
Anya
thought the same thing.
notice
I
anything
wondered why
between
that was so
themselves.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I had the same thought. I was like, why? Yeah, some of these relationships lock back instantly, and the other ones they don't even realize throughout the whole episode that they are
Mhm.
a thing. I enjoyed Spike here whenever the vampires are at the door. And they're like, were those vampires? And Spike is like, vampires. Spike has a funny line when he's like, vampires, what the hell? So they crash through and they're looking for the kittens. But
Well, for first, they're calling out for Spike, and he goes, "They're looking for spikes." He finds
Spikes.
a bunch of steaks.
Yeah, that was great stuff. And so yeah, we kill Xander faints. That's a great part.
Xander's funny when the vampires first show up. He's got a really good scream take.
Did he?
Yeah.
Damn. I'll add in the clip if it's good. I'll add in his scream. And so what else happened? Buffy and Spike leave. Everyone else goes to escape, right? And then Spike turns into a vampire and scares Buffy. Buffy runs away
Yeah.
from Spike.
It's
And
really similar to the scene where Angel first turns on his vampire face.
really?
Yeah, back in like season 1. She has like a really similar reaction to it.
Hmm. Are they in the bedroom when it happens?
Yes, 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 yes.
Huh. All right, that's cool. I love the line. Like we have a line about Angel later. I forget how I'll get to it when it
Oh,
happens.
yeah, yeah. You can get to that.
And so everyone else is in the sewer, whatever, but except for Anya and Giles. So it's like Willow, Xander, Tara, Dawn are in the sewer, and then Anya and Giles are in the magic box still hanging
Right.
out.
They're trying to work on a spell.
Right. And Giles finds in his pocket a plane ticket. So he realizes he puts two and two together. He assumes that I'm leaving Anya to go, I'm divorcing her. I'm going to go live
Right.
on my own in England. And so, yeah, but they do some spells. And what appears? Daniel, this was fun.
She just cannot stop conjuring bunnies.
Yeah. And what's her biggest fear? Bunnies.
Bunnies.
So Anya's not having very much fun this episode. It was crazy how that kept happening, but I
It
loved all the
was funny.
bunnies.
I thought the sound effect they used when the bunnies appeared was like a big pop, like
Yeah,
like that made me laugh every time.
yeah. I just like seeing the bunnies. There were like 30 bunnies around.
There were. It must have been a fun day on set.
Yeah, I thought so too. Spike, this is where it happens. So Spike, he realizes he must be a noble vampire. And then he says, I must be a noble vampire, a vampire with a soul. And then Buffy says, a vampire with a soul. Oh my God, how lame is that?
He
There we
also
go.
says that he helps the helpless, which is a direct reference to
Holy
Angel.
shit. So we Willow and Tara they hide real close together, but their lips are touching. I thought that was a really good take, especially from Willow. I thought Willow did a really good job there.
Willow says, "I think I'm kind of gay," which is exactly the same thing she said when she comes across her vampire doppelganger in
Mm,
the episode Doppelgangland.
okay, I love that. That's great.
Mhm.
Skeleton. Giles fights a skeleton. That was fun.
I thought that was very fun. Little Jason and the Argonauts,
Yeah. Evil
or
Dead.
Army of Darkness. Yeah,
Yeah. I thought it looked very cool. That was like one of the more impressive effects that they've had, I think. And so Anya hits Giles with a book, and he says, "No wonder I'm leaving you." And that's where the whole thing happens.
yeah,
And so Giles fixes stuff, I think, and he decides, "I'm not going to leave Anya." And they do a big kiss. He dipped her. I love that.
yeah, yeah. It was epic, man.
It was. It was. Did the music swell? I don't remember, but it should
Yeah,
have.
and other things swelled.
I love this part. This is one of my favorite parts of the entire episode. Dawn has a steak and she throws it to Xander and she says, "Alex."
I like that moment too.
Oh my God. That was genius. I fucking love that part. So yeah, so Willow and Tara, they almost kiss, and then Xander steps on that's the conjuring stone, I want to call it, but I think that's another episode's thing, I believe. I don't know. Or that might be a Harry Potter thing. The conjuring. I don't know what that is.
It's like a crystal. So like Willow had it in her pocket because it was like when the spell takes effect, the crystal is going to turn black. So she was like keeping an eye on the crystal before the spell went off. That's why she had it with her. So yeah, it comes out of her pocket. And Xander steps on
Xander
it.
stomps
Mhm.
right on it and it breaks. And then Tara realizes basically immediately that Willow did this whole thing
Yeah.
and she's not very happy. But Xander is happy because he just got the memory back from the first time he saw King Ralph.
I love that line. And by the way, what a delightful film.
Really?
I wish I could go.
I'll do it one day.
I wish I could wipe my brain from King Ralph so I could see it again for the first time.
I'll watch it and then you can live through me when I tell you about it. I am watching
Okay,
here. I'll
I
tell you
look forward
my
to it.
experience. But yeah, so that's what happens, and then everyone cleans up. I have a question. I mean, I don't think that Giles and Anya had sex, do they? But it showed them cleaning up later, and the way they're acting seemed like something went down. Am I wrong about this?
I think that was just from the makeout sesh.
Just the making out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the shark guy shows back up, and he's like, "Spike, so what's going on?" And then Spike says, "I'll pay you back. Don't worry." I feel like Sharkman didn't really do anything.
No, he's just sort of there for a
Is
couple
he coming back?
scenes. I don't think we see him again on the show. No.
That's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
He should. But then
I
we
agree.
go to the bronze. And
Goodbye to you. Goodbye to everything that I knew.
I love that so much. Yeah, I thought it was beautiful. I had no idea that was Michelle. I was just watching it. I was gonna ask you, like, yeah, I wasn't ready. I wrote band question mark question mark
Yeah, the
question mark.
Branchinator is probably the most high profile act they've ever had at the Bronze.
I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, what was the other one? The Chibo Mato.
Chibo Mata, yeah.
I mean, this is way bigger. And so yeah, Buffy's there. She's sitting at the bar, and we see like a montage of everybody. Tara's packing her clothes. She's leaving Buffy's house where she lives with Willow and Dawn. And
I hate the moment where she tries to hug Dawn and Dawn
why?
runs inside. No, I don't hate it. Like it just makes me so sad.
Yeah, made me sad too because I
Yeah.
immediately thought like Dawn was kind of or Tara was kind of Dawn's first friend a little bit.
Yeah,
It was like the first person. They
absolutely.
were like first people who understood each other, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And when she went out to hug her, I was like, "Oh, this is so nice." And then she ran. It made me really sad too.
Yeah.
But she's full of angst. What are you gonna do? And yeah, so Spike goes to. Oh, Giles is on the airplane. Got to see that.
Oh
That's
yeah.
cool. I thought about like how cool it would be to be an actor in that take. Like you're there when Giles leaves Sunnydale on the plane.
Oh, you
That'd be
mean like an
cool.
extra
An
on the
extra on the
airplane?
plane. You're like, I was there on the plane. The scene where Giles left.
I
Uh,
was an extra. I was like milling about in the background while Buffy and Spike made out to a Michelle Branch song. That would have been cool too.
of course. Actually,
Yeah.
any scene of Buffy, you could just say, I was there when this happened, and I think that was exciting. Uh, but everything happens. So Spike goes to Buffy. He says, "Hey, uh, actually, weird part here. He walks up to her, and she kind of just looks away, and so he walks off. He's like, "All right, I get the message." But then cut back to them, and they're kissing,
Yeah, they
just like
sure
the
are.
last episode. Uh, I feel like it ended on that, right?
Yeah, the second episode in a row. The curtain closes on a kiss. God knows you can tell the end is near. Where do we go from here?
Well, curtain didn't close on this one. That'd have
I
been
know, I
crazy.
know.
But yeah, it ends on the kiss. And when it started, I still kind of feel this way. I felt like we keep going like one step forward, two steps back with Buffy and Spike. But I guess
Yeah.
the end we kind of solidified. Like she's in her right mind. She's making her own decisions at the end of the episode. She likes Spike. So there we go. What are you gonna do? MVP, LVP. What do we have there?
I don't know who to give LVP to.
I don't either. Because I don't want to go the shark guy.
Yeah, I know. And he's really the only other option beyond the main cast.
He looks so cool, but his character didn't do anything.
I'm
I
certainly
think he's
not going to
probably
go
the
with
choice.
Michelle Branch.
No, definitely not. I think I'll go the shark guy.
Yeah, I think you have to, but I like him
Yeah, I mean,
overall.
same. And MVP,
MVP, I think maybe Giles, maybe Spike, maybe Anya.
I'm gonna go Giles because he
All
has
right.
all the stuff with Buffy leaving and also all the stuff with Anya in the store.
Yeah,
I
that the
think that's
and the stuff with Spike, like being his dad and shit.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
there's a lot going on with I feel like they knew it was like gonna be his last episode for a little while and they wanted to like make a meal out of it.
Yeah, I think that that's the right choice.
Hmm.
But you could go Anya, you could go Buffy, you could go Willow.
You
I think
sure
those are
could.
so there we go. And we'll go fours,
Yes.
fours, and the ranking time. It's really tough, honestly. Is it
What do
as good
I
as Zeppo, Band Candy, Bewitched, Bothered, Bewildered? That group?
I think I like it more than Band Candy, less than Zeppo. Where do I have Band Candy?
Well, now I'm looking at my list. I think I might go just ahead of all those. I think I'm gonna go 23 between Bad Girls and Earshot, and then
Wow, it's high.
Under Earshot is where I have that group of Band Candy, Bewitched, Zeppo.
Okay.
So I have it 23, and you want to start where?
Band Candy. Count
Okay.
me up from Band Candy.
Band, you have it low? Oh, you have it 39, pretty low.
Yeah.
Living Conditions, The Freshman, The Harsh Light of Day, The Replacement, Primeval, This Year's Girl, I Only Have Eyes for You, Ted, Surprise,
Wait,
Wild.
slow down, slow down.
I think it's ahead of all these, right? Well, you do love Ted, and I
Yeah,
only have eyes
keep
for you.
going, keep going.
Okay, ahead of Surprise is Wild at Heart, The Initiative, Bewitched, Bothered, Bewildered, Doppelgangland, Who Are
Oh,
You?
okay. You could pop this baby between the initiative and have Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered above
Ahead
that.
of it.
Okay, yeah, between those two.
So you'd have it 28 between Bewitched, Bothered, Bewildered, and The Initiative.
That feels good to me.
So you have it 28. I have it 23. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's good up.
It is a good app. A lot of balls in the air that are juggling, and it's funny. It's
You love
dramatic.
balls.
I do love balls. I got a balls T-shirt in the mail coming to me right
Is
now.
that true?
That's 100% true. It'll be here between today and 4 days from now, I think
Will
is
you
what it
post
said.
a picture on the Patreon?
Yeah, we'll see. I'll probably do that.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Of me only wearing the balls T-shirt.
With your balls out?
Yep. No. That's on my OnlyFans, my link tree. Subscribe.
Yeah, check out his link tree, gang.
um, so we did MVP, LVP. Is that it? Is that all we do?
Yeah, that's what we do. We're done.
Holy
Uh,
shit.
Next week. Oh well, read Josh's
Oh, yes,
comments.
that's what we do. Of course. I
Yeah.
was like, there's got to be something. Angel. Josh says, Angel, really good episode. It felt weirdly directed or something, though. There were just some weird moments and line readings that didn't quite work. E.g., what does E.g. mean?
Um, for example.
Right, but what does it mean? Like, I see E.g. and I see I.e., and I feel like those mean the same things, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
But what does it stand for?
E.g. me is exempli gratia, which is Latin for example.
Now look up IE and I'll finish this. He says the scene where the sword guy answers the phone. That's just a nitpick, though. I liked it a lot.
I.e. is id est, which is Latin for that is.
Oh, so same thing basically.
Yeah, same thing.
Both Latin. Who knew? I'm glad we got to the bottom of that.
Me too.
So yeah, I agree, Josh. I don't know if it was the directing or the writing, but something felt a little off about this episode. But I agree, it's a good episode. I
First
it.
time director, so that you might be feeling that.
Yeah, something was it might have been that. And he says on the Buffy side of things, he says, before watching this episode, I had a dream that I was crying, hugging Giles, telling him not to leave. Is this real? That's crazy. What a sad dream.
I believe him.
I really like season 6 so far. Even before last week's episode, I had been enjoying the start of the season and more than seasons 1, 4, and 5. Interesting. I think I disagree. Is this season going to get worse? Because at this rate, it's on track being my favorite. Whoa. Only problem is the dweeb trio. They haven't been in the last few episodes, though.
Yeah, they'll be back next week. It's a divisive season, Josh. It really, really is. Like, I remember one of my early articles about Buffy was like in defense of this season because some people were really hating on it at the time.
What
And
point did you write it? Do you remember?
I think it was over already.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. Like it's I think you'll like it. Like Josh is gonna keep liking it, but your mileage may vary.
I know. I mean, it has gotten better. Like these last two episodes have been two of the top 30 episodes we've had so far.
Yeah, agreed.
But prior to that, I didn't love the Jonathan Andrew, whatever that other one's name is, plot. So we're gonna get back to that next week. He says, I thought the payoff to season 5 was going to be its finale arc, but really season 6 is the big reward for a lot of that setup. I love all the experimentation, the intimacy, and the existential horror we've been getting. I agree with all that. That's
yeah.
Lone Shark, hee bunnies, sword fighting skeleton. I hope the Buffy Spike affair goes on long enough for news of it to reach Angel. Oh my God, I haven't thought about that one time. What's Angel gonna do? I did love, yeah.
No,
it comment. Is crazy. She just moved from. What's her deal with freaking vampires?
She loves them.
She's got to kill them. You're the vampire slayer, not the vampire lover. Buffy the vampire lover. Crazy. He says another comment. He says a few more notes on last week. Did anybody notice that Spike was able to attack humans at the cemetery within the context of a musical number? I feel like he did that here too when he starts at the opening when he starts talking to Buffy and then they get attacked for a second.
They get attacked by vampires in this episode. and he's allowed to fight vampires. The chip only prevents him from
Oh,
fighting humans.
oh wait, duh.
And if you pay attention to the stuff last week, he just fucks with the funeral. Like he goes in and like topples all the chairs over and like flips the coffin. He doesn't actually hit any of the humans. So that's how they got
Oh,
away with that.
clever, clever girl. So the dance demon overrides the initiative's chip. No.
Nope.
Oh, we just, yeah, I forgot to read that part. I think it makes sense plot wise to not give Willow a song. Everyone else is lamenting over their own inner struggles, bringing the audience closer to them by letting us into their thoughts. Willow has been so corrupted by her powers that she has stopped feeling ambivalent. She no longer bothers with inner struggles. Oh, well, this is pretty good. We are
That's
no
good.
longer
I think that's
supposed.
an interesting take.
Yeah, I really like this actually. I'm on board. We're no longer supposed to relate to her, so we are kept at a distance from her. Oh, I want to relate to her in some way. I don't want her to be unrelatable anymore, though. Right?
I don't think she's unrelatable, but I do think, I mean, she's relatable to me as a fucking addict, but
Yeah,
she's
that's true.
certainly going through something, and it's maybe something we're not so clear on yet. So like while I do think if Allison Hannigan had the voice of Amber Benson, like she would have gotten a song in that episode, I think it does kind of work that she doesn't because of the reasons Josh is espousing here.
Yeah, it's this shark from Jaws thing. It turns out that it worked out that she
Right,
couldn't
right.
sing.
Weaknesses is our strengths.
I love that. He says, so I think it would have been risky to give her a song, although I bet JW could have squared that circle. Yeah, I'm sure it would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
Squared that circle. Don't really hear that much. Uh, Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, great stuff.
What a freaking
Um,
legend.
totally. All right, let's we
Yeah,
got
next week.
next week. Angel is called Lullaby.
Lullaby. Well, we're gonna give birth, and it's gonna be crying so much. Angel's gonna learn all the lullabies.
Great. And Buffy next week is called Smashed.
Smashed. Uh. Spike and Buffy are gonna smash.
Okay, I like
Obviously,
it.
seemed too easy. I didn't want to go for it, but
Mm. All right, so come on back next week.